Well, hello there. So here we are on 13th of September 2019, and my longer term viewers may remember this Grapevine is a project that I was involved in. I think it was around 18 months, 2 years ago, something like that. But we pruned it down to, we pruned it. I'll link the video down below. I've done videos in various stages, so if you click on that one, there should be links to the other stages of this rejuvenation project of this Grapevine. So let's have a look at it. So there you go. So quite an old grapevine, certainly mature, and you can see that the way it was pruned has worked very well, and it is now absolutely loaded with bunches of incredibly sweet, lovely grapes, and it's being very well cared for at the moment. The leaves, some of the leaves have been removed from around the bunches so that the sun can hit the grapes and thus ripen them and increase the sugar content, which is quite an important thing, because a lot of people, they don't do that, and they wonder why their grapes are not indeed sweet. So this is, I would imagine, facing the south, and it's in sunshine for the majority of the day, and it's benefited really well from that position. And yeah, so certainly goes to show, when I remember what this looked like when I first saw it, just how sort of rustic looking it was. It was growing up all the way into this ash tree here, and it looked really sort of, let's just say unique, but been rejuvenated and doing really well. So I'll show you down here, look, that's how indeed thick, look at that, look, put my hand there, the sort of trunks of it, if you will, the sides, and it was trained along, wires like many grapevines traditionally are. I think they call that the Guyo method or something, G-U-Y-O-T. But intriguingly enough, what we did was we left this we left this elder in the middle here to act as like a support, because it had grown up in amongst the grapevine. But it's just really lovely bunches of grapes here, and there's probably in excess of 100 here. I mean, this would be a winemaker's dream, if one would, but it really is lovely here, and the vine has done well. It's probably about a good 8 meters wide if I pan the camera across to the edge, and what we used was scaffold poles to mount it on. Use that as support, tied it to that, and that was a good plan, because grapevines can be very long lived indeed, and if you're going to put supports in, it's good to have something like scaffold poles, because they're galvanised and they won't rust. So that's what we want, anti-rust. And of course, if you put wooden posts in, the rot eventually and all that jazz. But some of these bunches are quite small. Some have made a really good size. I mean, up here, look, it's a real good lot of good sized grapes here. I mean, look at that one. So the thing with a lot of these is the ones that the sun has been hitting, the bunches are bigger and sweeter, because of course being underneath the ash tree here, that's been like there, see all this naturally blocking the light, which indeed it would. So some really lovely bunches here, looking really good. Show you those, and I'm going to stop talking now. And if any of you have got grapevines that are completely out of hand and bits of them have died and whatever, there is a future for them, or can be. I mean, this is 18 months later, something like that, maybe closer to 2 years, probably. No, I don't know, you have to check out the video. But yeah, and they do say that some of these, I think, you can remove, not at this stage probably, but when the bunches are, maturing, you can remove some of the grapes from the inside, and that can be a good thing to do, because you can end up with bigger grapes but less of them. Of course, that depends on availability of time to budget to do that, like the majority of things. But if that floats your boat, that is indeed another option. So that's the finished article of how to rejuvenate a neglected and unkempt grapevine, and a very worthwhile project indeed. Not sure 100% what variety this is. I've got an idea, but I don't want to say just in case it's wrong, because this was planted some time ago. Okay, so if you like my work, please feel free to like, share, subscribe. I'm very passionate about the growing of grapes here in the UK, and to dispel the myth that it's not a good thing to do here, because indeed it is. So check out my playlist if that indeed interests you, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks a lot.